All right, hero comics, hero comics, transgender hate mail, homosexual hate mail, atheist hate mail. It's been a little while, but we're back. Got some stuff going on. Busy week. Had to move this bed in here. And another bed. Oh, yeah, had to move that into my house as well. You know, and a few other things. It was just a very busy week. But then I had a doctor's appointment the next day. It was just a lot of stuff. But here we are. I can't get out. Do stuff again. And now let's continue on here. My nice nipply shirt, possibly. Gotta do what you gotta do. So let's continue on here. What's the person saying? Oh yeah, yeah. Sure, yeah. Okay, let's go. Go. The person says is very angry that I'm hating, going against the transgender, saying the Bible is against the transgender lifestyle. It is. Homosexual lifestyle. It is. Let's see here. What's next? If your God is real, he lets the kids die of cancer. And actually, no, he doesn't. Well, that's interesting thing there. But yeah, there's also a lot of choice involved in some stuff where it's like, yeah, corporations could actually do their job and not poison people around them, stuff like that. That could help, but they don't. So that's that news. But again, death is not the same thing for God as just for humans, but still. He aborts babies via miscarriage. No, that's the devil. Okay. He lets Europeans colonize the world, destroy the cultures in his name. Yeah, the rat cultures, and that's fine. Continue on. Lets people commit genocide in his name. If the genocide, if that was they're basically getting their comeuppance for doing genocide in their God's names, that's fine. Continue on here. It lets people keep slaves in his name. Yeah, well, it wasn't civil war slavery, it was different. Tells people kill each other in his name. Yeah, this is a bit of an interesting thing, because basically, yeah, sometimes, it's like, yeah, these people are doing wrong, and we got to fight them. Some people have been saying, "Oh no, we're doing this for God," but then they see that they're not doing things for God. They're doing things for because of evil reasons. They're saying it to look good, but they're doing it for evil reasons. And they said that's found out eventually, and then they are destroyed. So that's how it goes. Next. He lets children get abused in his house. Church. That's that sin. It shouldn't be happening. Next. He says why he watches people do the most violent things in his name. They're actually not really in his name. Maybe. If it's to stop bad stuff from happening. Does nothing, because I say it does nothing. If valuable human logic says he does nothing. Anyway. Colonization, genocide, Holocaust. He didn't even step in when Jews were being killed. Actually, he did. There are many miracles that sort of occurred during the Holocaust. Not because of the Holocaust, during it. Basically, Corrie ten Boom. Okay, Corrie ten Boom and her sister were in the Holocaust. Okay, taken to a concentration camp. All right, Corrie's sister was beaten by a guard. Okay, and basically during the fight, during the beating, he dropped his baton, his stick, okay, and Corey picked it up and was going to attack him, but homegirl's like, her sister was like, no, we have to show love, man, we have to follow the ways of God. So she basically gave it back to that dude. She gave his stick back to him after she sees him beating. That is not natural. That is not something that is normal or normal human would do. Someone following God would do that because they're following God. Then it's like you see all these things. There was fleas in their cabin, and they were like, "What the heck? I don't know why are these fleas here? This is horrible. This is a horrible thing." But they tried to hold services, hold Bible services, and small groups and things in those services. In that cabin of theirs, in that concentration camp, and won many people to God, to Christ that way. Then they're going like, "Yeah, they're wondering why aren't the guards coming in, taking the stuff, our counterband? The Bible is counterband, in the concentration camp. They haven't come in. Then it turns out because of the fleas. It's like, whoa, the thing that we thought was bad turned out to be a blessing. And basically later after that, during a church service, years and years after she was was set free from that concentration camp. Her sister died in that concentration camp. She was set free from there. Years later, when she's going on and talking about her story, into a room full of people, church building full of people. After the service ended, one of these people came up to her, and it turns out it was one of the guards from that concentration camp. And he's asking forgiveness, And again, Normal human logic would be like, nah, get up and face, But she's gone beyond normal human logic. She's fallen the ways of God, She forgave that dude, because he's like, yeah, he came to the same knowledge of Jesus Christ himself, He realized he was doing wrong and started following God's ways instead. He changed because of God. So I'm sorry. You're messing around being like, God, nothing happened, nothing, you ain't seen everything. So he's sad. Continue on here. Next. He killed the first one of a bunch of people they didn't like as well because they killed but the first one of his people. So yeah, they got it back. Next, he couldn't put an end to slavery. The issue with slavery is an interesting thing. Okay, because basically slavery in the Bible was more like working in general, employment in general, not Civil War slavery. Okay, people weren't kidnapped. Okay, they were, but not not Jewish law. According to Jewish law, they were not. Other Jews, okay, could become slaves to Jews. Okay. So it's different stuff. Next, because just like the Holocaust, even stuff the Jews were killed. There weren't Jews supposed to be chosen people. And again, stuff happened. Yes, Jews were killed, but also Jews were saved because they trusted in God. So sorry, this is old water. Next. You feel shut about how great he is. He hasn't done anything good for the world other than all the stuff he's done. Ignore all that good stuff. Ignore it because it makes my point invalid. Next, he in fact flooded it. Because people were sinning, causing all them problems. Flooded it, according to your book, taking countless lives because how much he hated them. They hated the sin they were causing. You people scream. Next. Yeah. To the rooftops, how death of the children is part of God's plan. It can be. Not a fun part, but it can be. Next, if your God was real, he is. He be a force of evil. No, there are forces of evil, but God's stronger than them. He wants us to work with him to fight against them. So that's the problem. A force of wrath. He has been used his power to fight against the dark. So sorry. Force of destruction. Right? To the wicked, to the blameless and the righteous, God shows himself kind. To the wicked, he shows himself shrewd. Because the wicked are getting it wrong. Quite the point. Continue on. He's so angry. In fact, he doomed us all because he ate a fruit, went against his ways, and then decided, went against his ways, did not obey him, and basically messed themselves, them and their entire species up. So then God had to go through a bunch of trouble to bring Jesus into the world to sacrifice himself for our sins, so we can become, basically go to heaven with him. Okay, work with him. Be cleansed of sin and not go to hell. Okay, it was man's fault. This is the problem. A lot of people try to blame God for the faults of man. And it's just messed up. How much time do I have? Go time. Go. He didn't have the question to forgive people for sinning, so he forcibly impregnated a young woman and then killed the son. Yes, because the sacrifice had to be made. Okay, someone had to take that sin onto them. All throughout the Bible, you see how he sets this stuff up. Okay, we have a lamb without spot, without blemish. Okay, and its blood was used to clean, basically cover sin. Okay, sacrifices like that were done. Okay. Stuff like that. That's what happened all throughout, basically from when Moses was basically, you came in charge of the people and the people of Israel, and they were basically becoming a nation themselves. That's how it was. He was trying to show how things have to be, according to this. That's how it was. Eventually, Jesus is the spotless lamb for humans. Okay? So you need a human to die for the humans to cleanse of sin. That was Jesus. He's the Messiah. Hooked it up. There you go. That's how it works. You see, that's the issue with someone who who was born into basically doesn't study. This is how someone who doesn't study sees things. Okay, because they ain't studying the stuff that they're trying to hate on. That's the problem with this. It's like, this is bad. Look at all this stuff. Why they do that? No, because you got to learn why. For our sake. What was that? By his stripes we were healed. Yeah, that's how it goes. Next. He waited to do this. Meaning he didn't everyone to hell until then. because it's how it was. So he had to do it in a certain way, part of his plan to get stuff going, to get things going. The nation of Israel had to be created. The nation of Israel had to do all kinds of other stuff before this happened. Prophecies had to be prophesied